All right, what is going on, cryptocurrency enthusiasts, cryptocurrency miners? However you found this video, I'm just thankful that you're here. It is Crazy Monkey Crypto, and today we're going to be going through UnMinable's article. I believe they posted it sometime last week, but I wanted to go through it and kind of give my thoughts on it because I think it's certainly interesting, and it's a website that a lot of people in the community use. I personally use it because I think it's a really unique tool, and I think that it can be leveraged if used properly. So let's go through it. As I said, over the past week, some miners are very concerned about our platform's profitability, and I've seen lots of videos in the past about this, comparing this to traditional pools. As I say, in this article, we want to provide a thorough explanation of why these concerns seem to show up every now and then, and why they may seem, quote, common. First, let's explain the risks and benefits. So let's go through just on the basics, how it works. So, it immediately converts the coin being mined, so let's refer to as X, or say maybe like a lithium, into another cryptocurrency Y upon each reward. You can say maybe Nexa. This means that the miners within UnMineable accumulate their balance in Y, with payouts also made in this currency. Make sense? The strategy is designed to leverage the volatility and potential growth of Y, aiming to increase the value of miners' rewards over time. So, I mean, like, I do this. So, I mine with my Jazz Miner X16Q using the Ethash algorithm. And then I convert it into maybe a small cap coin that I think has a lot of potential. So I use that same strategy. So it's miners in traditional pools. So this would be more of like your ViperPool.net, via BTC, Hero Miners, 2Miners, that kind of stuff. So you receive and accumulate the rewards in the same coin that they mine, X. So I have, for example, a Bitcoin miner, an Ethereum Classic miner, my little Grin mini miners. Those all accumulate those individual coins. So my Bitcoin miner, I get paid out in Bitcoin. My ETC miner, ETC, etc. I know some of the coins with like the script miners, you can choose to get just LTC or Doge, but then it's basically just doing this part up here inside the pool. But okay, let's continue. The balance is maintained in X, with payouts also delivered in this currency. This model is straightforward and aligns with the original concept of crypto mining, providing a direct and unaltered reflection of mining efforts in the form of X rewards. Despite identical mining performance and conditions, the final value of miners' earnings in UnMineable and T-Pool can differ significantly, a phenomenon attributed to several factors inherent to the crypto market. This difference is primarily due to the volatility and potential for appreciation or depreciation of X and Y. So obviously, of course, if, say on one pool you're mining Bitcoin just via BTC, and say you get $10, and then say you're mining to UnMineable, and theoretically you already have that $10 of Bitcoin, but say you traded it into Ironfish, but then Ironfish's price dropped 50%, then technically, yes, your profits, quote, are lower, cut in half, essentially. And we'll go through a scenario here. So X is initially worth 5, Y is initially worth 10. Over a month, X's value decreases by 10%, and Y increases by 20%. So miners in UnMineable, whose earnings were converted to Y immediately upon each mining reward, benefit from the appreciation in Y's value, even though they started mining X. So the risk lies in the volatile nature of crypto markets. As always, crypto is extremely volatile. Y's value could just as easily depreciate against X and major currencies, leading to a situation where miners end up with a lower final value. So they're talking about the monetary value, the fiat value of your actual mining. I do UnMineable right now more for the yields, yielding these kind of like lower cap coins. So I'm not selling on a daily basis. So, I haven't been particularly interested in terms of like profit differentials between UnMineable and other pools. But always good to learn nonetheless. So on the other hand, miners in T-Pool who accumulated rewards in X face a decrease in the final USD value of their earnings due to the depreciation of X's value over the same time period. Yep. Yet the safety of this method comes with a potential cost. Miners forgo the chance to benefit from spec gains. Like I said, that's basically what I'm doing. So this difference in final value when expressed in Bitcoin or fiat underscores the importance of strategic coin conversion. UnMinable's model, by automatically converting mine coins to potentially more stable or appreciating asset, can provide miners with a hedge against volatility and an opportunity to capitalize on market dynamics. Yep. So and then they just say there's a potential that Y could potentially decrease, but you essentially accept those risks. So they're saying because of these differences, it's impossible to end up with the same results from both UnMineable and a traditional pool in the same period of time, even with the same mining performance. So I believe they're saying if you were to mine to UnMineable and then get paid out in a different coin, I don't know if they directly address, say, if you mine, to pool X over here and then to UnMineable here, say, two Bitcoin miners, say both like 104 terahash, like what the actual difference is. I'm not sure what. They don't really say that in particular. They're more referring here, at least my understanding, is the difference between, like, say, mining Bitcoin directly to a pool or, say, mining Bitcoin to UnMineable and then transferring to something else. So I think that's why they say it's impossible to end up with the same results. But if I'm misinterpreting it, please let me know down below. I'm not. This is just my interpretation of the article. So, okay, balancing risk and reward. Obviously, so it's about how much risk you're willing to take. There definitely is risk. Everything's risky in crypto, but it can lead to bigger rewards. It comes with the risk of losing value too. Traditional pool may seem safer, but might not make as much profit if there's a chance to earn more when converting the rewards to a different coin. We need miners to understand that volatility can drastically affect the final value of the miners' rewards, potentially leading to outcomes where miners are worse off than if they've opted for the stability of a traditional pool. Okay. So I think this is where the important part is, the meat and potatoes. So, we usually observe cases where expected rewards fall below 10%, which, as we just explained, is completely possible due to the nature of our platform. However, the much lower yield reported lately led us to investigate. So this is where I believe they're actually addressing like that one-to-one pool to UnMineable comparison. Kind of. They still use this other example, but I think this will address this point better. So now to get from X to Y, we have a, quote, route set. This route consists of converting X to USDT to BTC, doing the conversion, and then going back from BTC to USDT and then to Y. And they say that essentially this is what they'll explain in a second here is that because this is the way that the website was initially built and they haven't changed it since. But as Bitcoin kind of gets more congested on it, it's more expensive to send, monetary or cryptos on, Bitcoin, that the fees are going to be higher. So that could be the reason for this, kind of discrepancy. And they said because originally there was no direct pairs. So, and then also you have, the BTC USDT volatility depending on when you actually switch over. So what are they doing? So they're upgrading the core processes to not go through a BTC conversion. So like I said, these BTC conversions are in place since the inception of the platform back when we were only TRX based. Back then, the pair coin TRX or Tron to Bitcoin existed, and we just placed the USDT logic on top to be able to support more coins that had no direct Bitcoin pair. So now with the direct conversion from the mineable coin to USDT and back to the unmineable coin, we eliminate any BTC USDT rate effect. Although this update won't eliminate completely the volatility factor, it should reduce it significantly. Okay, so basically, what does this mean? So now instead of going from, let's take an example. So I have my Jazz Miner X16Q. So that's an ETH hash miner. So what it was doing is it was going from, say, whatever Ethash coin you want, say Octaspace. So it's converting that to USDT. It's then converting that to Bitcoin, and then doing the value conversion, and then going from the Bitcoin back to USDT, and then back to Y. Whatever coin you want to get paid out, say Ironfish. So what they're doing is essentially nixing the whole Bitcoin part of this, and I don't know what they actually use as their exchange. And so essentially they're, like I said, they are just cutting out the Bitcoin portion of it. So it should drastically, like I said, it should drastically reduce the fees. And I think this, I think it's really important because, like, my Jazz miner, I love it. It's literally silent, and it puts off very little heat. It uses very little power. It's so efficient. So it's uber efficient at mining these Ethash algorithms, and it still allows me to get paid out in, whatever coin I want. I prefer proof of work coins, but it basically, it's like a nice hash, but more options than nice hash, Shay. And you don't get the random bumps when, like new coins come and people rent hash rate. You don't kind of get that bump, but like my Jazz miner is making me as much Neoxa currently as like my two 8x5700 XT rigs. And that takes like 2600 watts. And my Jazz miner, which takes like 700 watts, is essentially yielding me the same amount. And, I could do this manually. I could mine whatever Ethash coin I want and just go right from, if they have this directly into whatever coin I want, or, like it says, go into USDT or Bitcoin and then transfer it to Y. I could do that manually every day, but I'm too lazy. And this way I'm dollar cost averaging into whatever coin I want so that I can have a good entry, portfolio into the coin. So, okay, I think that's just going to wrap it up for today, guys. So, essentially, if you made it to this video, the TLDR, they're cutting out the Bitcoin conversion, which should reduce the fees, and that should basically lead to more profits or yield. I don't know why they haven't done this in the past. I'm not sure why it's taken them this long. And I believe there actually was a comment about this. So, yeah, this guy says, BS, you got caught being shady and stealing, and then you make up 1,000 excuses. If you really cared about any of this, then you would have mentioned it before getting caught. 20 to 30% difference is far beyond margin of error, and it is across all the different payouts. Stop lying. So I'm not sure if this guy really read the article, because they don't say it's a margin of error. They're acknowledging their process here. Like I said, I don't know why it took them this long to actually figure it out, but they're acknowledging they told us kind of what's going on and what they're going to do to improve. So I guess we'll have to check it out, in the future when they say that the update's actually done. So, okay, guys, if you stuck to the end, let me know down below what you guys think about this. If you guys use UnMineable and what you're mining. I love seeing what people are mining. See what I'm missing out on, see what coins I maybe should ape into. So, as always, hit the like button. Like I said, leave a comment and hit that subscribe button. Help us grow, baby. All right. Happy mining.